Russia rejects NATO's accusations that it is preparing to invade Ukraine. A committee member from the country's Federation Council compared NATO's relationship with Russia to, quote, a bad marriage. The comments came as a ban was introduced, I should say, on food imports from nations supporting sanctions against Russia. Daria Banderchuk reports.
A Russian Defense Ministry spokesman rejected NATO accusations that Moscow has amassed 20,000 combat troops on Ukraine's border. Moscow sees the timing of General Rasmussen's visit to Kyiv and his promise of support for Ukraine as interference, if not a provocation.
NATO allies, they are committed, they are interlocked, they are interwoven in suppressing the Russian Federation, in suppressing people who has different state of mind, who would like to have a stable international and regional climate. But NATO and the United States of America are against of stability in Europe, are against stability all over the world.
Meanwhile, another kind of war, one in which the weapon of choice is sanctions, has been escalating between Russia and the West. Russia introduced a year-long ban on food imports from the US, Canada, Australia and the EU, countries that support the sanctions. Among the items banned, meat, fish and poultry products, as well as cheese, milk, fruits and vegetables.
What the EU is trying to show with the sanctions is its irritation. It's that the Russian policies are inappropriate for the EU. But I hope that most of the policymakers in the European Union understand that the sanctions will not really change the mood in the Kremlin.
Meanwhile, a recent survey conducted by the Russian pollster Public Opinion Foundation, or FOM, shows that only 9% of Russians feel the sanctions are negatively affecting them. Some 42% said the restrictions are affecting the Russian economy, yet only 13% of them think the impact is strong. 29% of respondents say the influence is rather mild. The Russian government said it may consider further sanctions in aviation and automobile construction and shipbuilding, stressing though that they will be carefully designed not to hurt domestic companies and consumers. However, if the European partners will show a constructive approach, Moscow said it may reconsider the duration of the new import bans. Daria Banderchuk, CCTV, Moscow.